Hello everybody, Jordan here, the PH is silent, and let's go north, like way north, in the Forgotten Realms and examine Icewind Dale, the home of many R.A. Salvatore stories and popular enough to get a couple of video games. Icewind Dale is a typical frozen north with some unique areas within. Today we'll explore the history and interesting factoids of Icewind Dale. Let's dive in. Icewind Dale is an Arctic tundra located in the northern reaches of Faerun along the Sword Coast. Its name, Ice and Wind, was earned from the harsh storms that plagued the land. It is a near inhospitable area that has below freezing temperatures. Because of how far north it is and the cloud cover, during the winter months it receives little sunlight. There are terrible monsters here, which of course there are. It's the Forgotten Realms. But there are people who call this place home, barbarian tribes and frontiersmen. There are some scattered spots of civilization, but for the most part, it's an uninhabited north. The temperature in the summer months ranges from 11 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is negative 12 degrees Celsius or 21 degrees Celsius. But in the winter, they get as low as negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit and negative 40 degrees Celsius. It is located in an interesting part of Faerun, in between Reghead Glacier and the Spine of the World, which is a large mountain range in northern Faerun. This offers Icewind Dale a bit of protection from the outside. However, isolation might be a better word. There is little military or strategic value here, so we don't see that many invading armies or creatures, but again, lots of big monsters roam the area. So there's that. The only permanent settlements really known in Icewind Dale is called 10 Towns, which is a confederation of minor settlements that cooperate with each other because it's mutually beneficial. These settlements each have individual names often called by their geographic location: Redwaters Lake, Goodmead, Dugan's Hole, East Haven, Caircoing, and Caerdinival, Meir Duladan, and Lonelywood, Bremen, Tourmaline, Targos, and the quote-unquote capital, Bryn Shader. Outside of locals, these settlements are just collectively called 10 Towns. The people of 10 Towns and Icewind Dale are fishermen, craftsmen, rangers, dwarves, and the Regheadmen barbarians. Merchants come up to trade in ivory and gems. One of the chief exports of Icewind Dale is knucklehead trout, which are fish with an ivory head. Skilled artists will take this ivory and make ornate pieces for sale. These fish live in only 3 lakes: Meir Duladan, Lake Dineshire, and Redwaters. Like most of the Forgotten Realms, locations are more defined if there were novels written in that area. R.A. Salvatore started his Drizzt saga in this area, with Drizzt meeting the clan Battlehammer dwarves who live in Icewind Dale. If you want to know the region in more detail, I'll put a link to some of his novels in the doobly-doo below. When I make these videos, I try not to spoil novels and instead use the information from supplements that were designed to help players run campaigns there. So, for this video, I'm looking at Volo's Guide to the North and The Savage Frontier. Storm King's Thunder has a lot of useful information too. If you are ever hungry for further information, I put the links in the references section below. Check it out. People from Waterdeep describe Icewind Dale as the Frozenfar, and the rumor is that it's so far north, people freeze solid as they walk. Only the most crazy humans and dwarves would venture so far north, seeking gems, gold, and other rare metals. It's potentially an untapped resource of mining. According to Waterdavians, the Frozenfar starts at Mirabar, which is on the southern side of the Spine of the World. Nobody really knows how far the north goes. There are glaciers known as the Endless Ice Sea. It's very inhospitable to humans. Rumors that strange beasts live there and Netheril mages who retired there, kept alive by magic. The land is home to a 1,000-foot tall mountain called Kelvin's Cairn. Barbarian legends say the mountain is named after the frost giant Kelvin Dural, who was slain there by the god Tempest. Tempest pulled rocks from the surrounding area and piled them on top of the giant to mark his victory. The legend supposedly explains the receded valley below the mountain. The mountain is thought of as a warning to others who attempt to fight the gods. This hasn't stopped dwarves from mining the inside of Kelvin's Cairn. These dwarves have allied with Clan Battlehammer of Mithril Hall. Dwarves today still live in the mine, but in much fewer numbers than in the past. There are only 8,000 or so folk in Icewind Dale. Most are suspicious of outsiders. In comparison, the population of Waterdeep is 130,000. Still, adventurers make their way to Icewind Dale. Rumors of white dragons with treasure hoards in the glaciers, miners and dwarves seek the heaps of frozen gems that lie beneath the ice, or so rumors would have you believe. Arvia Turas is an ancient white dragon that has claimed Icewind Dale as her domain. She was once the friend and mount of a wizard named Melthorond Thone. Rumor was that Melthorond captured and tamed her, and initially there was hatred, but over the centuries she learned to love him. Melthorond died of old age, supposedly, but Arviaturas still wears a saddle and will strap his corpse to her back, speaking to him in Draconic like he was still alive. Many believe the ancient white dragon to be completely mad. Special to Icewind Dale is Kuldahar. In the early days of Tyrell, Sylvanas, the god of nature, planted an acorn in the foothills of the spine of the world. Nurtured by Sylvanas, a very large tree grew in this spot. Divine magic allowed the tree to give off heat and create a haven for forms of life in the harsh cold of Icewind Dale. Several druids came to the north and have built shrines to Sylvanas. These shrines eventually turned into the settlement of Kuldahar, where all people who respect the balance of nature are welcome to come and see the glory of Sylvanas. A powerful artifact known as the HEARTXSTONE gem was part of these druid shrines in Kuldahar until it was stolen. The gem had warmth, healing, and divination powers similar to the giant oak tree. Stolen and used for a mysterious ritual to a forgotten god, eventually it was stolen again by snake-worshipping cultists who were agents of Izunome, a Merilith demon. Thanks to a brave adventuring group, the HEARTXSTONE gem was returned to Kuldahar, where the circle of warmth grew larger. This area can be found in the Icewind Dale video game series, becoming a spot you could visit throughout the game. An Icewind Dale deity of note is Auril. She is the deity of cold and winter, going by the name the Frostmaiden. She has few official worshippers, but some priests and druids pay their respects to her. In the barbarian tribes, shamans of Auril will rise up and lead the tribe's worship, moving the people away from their ancestral deities and towards the Frostmaiden. Auril enjoys sacrifice, and it is expected if you worship her. She is a cruel goddess who loves to inspire fear. If you want to learn more about Auril, I've created a deity video on her. Check out the top right corner or in the description below. Finally, one of the Sundering adventurers that Wizards of the Coast released in 2013 to lead up to the release of 5th edition took place in Icewind Dale. Called The Legacy of the Crystal Shard, it came with a large companion booklet that had history, NPCs, detailed maps, and the current happenings of 10 towns and Icewind Dale. It is an excellent resource if you want to run a game in this region. The adventure revolves around a weird substance called black ice that is the crystal remnants of an evil magical artifact, Crescenabon, aka the Crystal Shard. If you want to learn more about that, check out the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I make lore videos on the worlds of Dungeons & Dragons, and I'd love to have you subscribe. Thank you so much for those of you who already are. Check out these videos for more information about the Forgotten Realms and Icewind Dale. Click the Patreon link to support the channel and to check out the live D&D 5e games that I run. Thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next video.